I've been out of pocket for a hot second because I've been working on a whole bunch of things for different clients. But I wanted to take a little time today to talk about some stuff that's actually popped up. And if you caught the first couple of seconds of this video, I actually have a new phone. So it was giving me a little bit of trouble as far as reversing the filming. So hopefully now you can actually see the board in front of you and you can hear my beautiful voice. But I wanted to talk about, as I mentioned in the previous post, the importance of social media and the role that it plays as far as on the professional side. This is the first time I think that I've actually done a feed at night. So we'll see how many people actually hop on. It's going to be real quick, nothing too long-winded. But I want to talk about these 4 things that you see before you. One of them is Facebook. Next one is Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and then of course Blogger. These 4 interesting social media sites have tendencies to be very impactful when you talk about people and their personal invites, but we also need to be mindful of how important they are when you talk about on the professional side. I am a stickler when it comes to clients making sure that they understand the importance of having separate accounts for their business as well as for themselves. But I also want to talk about how important it is for you to realize as a up-and-coming business owner, you still need to utilize these services, and you can utilize them in a way where you actually share information to potential clients that literally shows them the value of your worth. So for instance, on Facebook, if you are a fashion designer, you can post some of your creations on there. If you are a graphic designer, you could talk about a really cool technique that you have came up with that might be unique for people to check out. Same thing with Instagram. You have to find ways to actually utilize social media to actually grow your business, because remember, social media is free, and that's the best part about it. So when you talk about ways to market and brand your business, one of the quickest, easiest ways to do that is to hop on social media, your actual professional pages, not your private page, and promote your business. But you promote it and it doesn't come across as a used car salesman. So the message is something that is universal and that people can actually benefit from. So instead of saying, hey, come to my business and buy A, B, C, and D, you approach it the method of, hey, this is my business, and let me tell you about some of the things that we offer, and here's an interesting concept that we utilize. So for instance, that person that I mentioned that's a fashion designer, they can actually post something on Facebook where it talks about a training class that they're going to offer about a really cool technique that they came up with, or an open call where you actually get to sit in with the fashion designer and see some of their creativity at work. So make sure you're utilizing the wonderful power of social media to not only drive your business as far as promoting it and marketing it straight directly, but also indirectly to potential clients. You're supposed to show them the knowledge that you use on these accounts. So it's not just for promoting your business the traditional way as we think of it, but it's also for showing them the value of the service and your professionalism that you can actually offer to them. So that's Facebook, Instagram, same exact thing, Twitter. You get 140 words to show your knowledge, whatever the business may be that you are currently in. And LinkedIn is literally your online resume that never sleeps. It is the way that you promote your brand to the fullest. So if you do not have a professional LinkedIn account, I highly recommend that you get one. If you currently have one, I highly recommend that you hop on your LinkedIn account and make sure that it is updated. I can speak from firsthand experience that quite a few clients have actually found me via LinkedIn. So I highly recommend that you make sure that your LinkedIn account speaks volumes about you and everything that you do. So you want to make sure that you fill it in from the top to the bottom. You also want to make sure that all of your business contacts that you have out there actually go in and check off the skill sets that you're actually really great at as well on your LinkedIn account. And then the blogger is pretty straightforward. blogging is not for everybody. I completely understand that. But for those people who are really good at the gift of gab or really good at talking, you need to find your niche. And this is an easy way for you to actually get clients without actually having to go door to door, old school, to meet people. You literally get your name out there and become something of a cult, or I should say develop something of a cult following because of the blogs that you put out there that are directly correlated to the business that you're in. So if you are a beautician, for instance, or a hairstylist, as they like to be called, your blog could be once a week. You hop online and talk about something that's huge that's going on in the world of hair. Maybe it's a new hairstyle that's becoming quite prevalent that you actually can do. Or maybe it's a step-by-step actual blog where you show people how you actually perfect a particular hairstyle. So there's all of these really cool concepts that you can come up with that you can actually post via social media and actually develop a cult following for your business. All right, so now I'm going to skip to the other side of the board. Notice my crazy scribble. I actually just finished working with some business students. So this is the other side of the board, and I'm bringing this up because this actually happened this week. Monday, I had the pleasure of going to the San Antonio Business Journal's Mentoring Mondays. Fabulous event, by the way. And one of the things that I actually noticed while actually talking to some of the people there is how so many times we grab up business cards just real quickly and we throw our business cards to everybody else. And yes, I did say throw. And I highly believe in the power of three. And I actually have a video that talks all about how important that is. But the concept is instead of handing somebody one business card, you actually hand them three. One for them to keep and then two for them to give away. When they give you their business card, you literally have different people that you will come in contact with. You will have folks where they give you your business card and you're like, oh, great, thanks for the business card, appreciate it. You then have people what I like to call instant contact. Those are those people that you're talking to them, something resonates with them, and you know for a fact that you want them as a potential client or you want to build a bridge with them. They literally fall up under the category of an IC. An instant contact. So what that means is once you're done with that networking event, mixer, or in my case, Mentoring Monday, as soon as you get a free moment, preferably within 24 hours, or in my case, I like to say within 3 hours, when you are in front of a computer or a smartphone device, you need to send that person, that instant contact, an email. That email needs to be addressed to them, so it needs to have their name on it. The next thing you want to include in it is the subject matter. So in other words, how you actually met them, giving them an idea of where they met you at, and it literally reads as if it was a thank you. For instance, mine would be like, hi, Lisa. It was a pleasure meeting you Monday at Mentoring Monday. I'm the young lady that you spoke to in regards to starting a minority leadership program on the east side of San Antonio. Okay, so I actually referred back to myself as well as the subject matter that actually took place. I then would lead in with saying, just wanted to touch base with you to let you know that I really appreciate our conversation. It was great talking to you. And I look forward to a time where we can actually meet up for lunch or coffee and to discuss further partnerships that we can possibly develop. Okay, so now I've checked off another dash. I have literally wrote another sentence and it clearly tells her who I am, and now I followed it up with an actual meetup that we can possibly schedule. And then I close it out by offering my services or follow-up. Hope you enjoyed the conversation that we have, and please don't forget, if you have anybody or if you yourself can utilize my services, please feel free to give me a ring. Okay, and your message ends, of course, with your name, and you should have an actual signature card, which should include the name of your business and a phone number, a professional phone number that rings directly to your business or your Google Voice line, which I highly recommend. Okay, so with that being said, I said I wouldn't be on here long, and I'm coming up on 10 minutes. So I gave you two different tidbits for two different things that you can utilize this week to benefit your business. One of them, you still see before you right now, is the IC, as I like to call it. I use this on a regular basis to grow my consulting business, and literally it is an instant contact. So those people that you run into, that you grab business cards from, that you know you want to build a partnership with, and you literally can see you all working together in the next couple of days, you need to go ahead and put that olive branch out there and get in contact with them immediately. I say 24 hours to my clients that I work with, but personally, I do 3 hours to get in contact with those individuals via email. And literally, you notice that I have in parentheses 4 to 5, in some cases 6 tops as far as the sentences go in the message. So do not get long-winded. Do not try to panhandle and sell them anything. It is literally to keep your information and your name on their brain after the meeting that you had with them or the meetup from the mixer. The other thing that I talked about was the power of social media on the professional side, and you all are very familiar with the 4 that are before you. Don't you just love my writing? You all are very familiar with all 4 of these actual social media camps, and I highly recommend that you evolve from using them on the personal side, but to developing them on the more professional level. And when I say professional level, I'm not just talking about posting, hey, I do this, come see me for a discount. I'm talking about on the professional level where you actually spill the beans on maybe something that you do that's really well. You give them a tidbit of information, enough to get people on the hook and say, my God, that's great. And then they IM you because they want to know more and they want to be a client of yours. All right, so that is my spiel for today. Sorry it's been a hot minute. I promise I will be back on a regular basis. Just a lot going on. But I wish you love, peace, and chicken grease. And I hope that all works well in your wonderful business. Remember to dream big and work hard and play harder.